And then, with that, he falls unconscious on the floor.
I don't think he's actually there.
Can I roll a perception to see if it's another illusion?
Yeah, go ahead.
Gonna passes out in his inception.
This is perception. Or inception, rather. I rolled an 8. I didn't do very good.
You are thoroughly convinced that this is reality. In fact, I would encourage all of you to roll a perception check.
Okay.
I roll a perception check!
As all of you roll one. Gav credited. Gav, you, John is thoroughly convinced you are in reality.
Okay.
Sweet.
21, yeah.
Yeah, Drew, you're convinced. This is reality. This is not another illusion.
He spoke of allegiances, but to Owain and Muzrog, we are allegiant to them. We just saved Muzrog from what seems like assassination.
Mm-hmm.
He must at least seem like we're allegiant with him.
Aligned. The hell is allegiant to me?
Shut up!
If that was the case, then why are we still in the cells? Although a knight in the cell.
Well, again, because Murderog is not of the, he's not in favors with the consuls, the Senate, as well as some of the others. So they're not going to believe his word as much. So,
We escaped these sales and escape. We all turned ourselves into enemies of everyone inside of this city.
Like they say, no guilty man. Oh, is it? No innocent man flees.
But we are made guilty. We've
We've
at
yet to
least
hear anything
incapacitated.
regarding our capture. Surely someone entering into the situation that we were would be perfectly reasonable to assume that we were perhaps doing something sinister. But I believe that the truth will get out.
But I'd rather the truth get out with us living,
Mm.
with us telling that truth.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want the truth to be a death note.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then what do you propose we do?
Well, we've got an uneven number of people. We just vote on it. Wait or leave. Wait.
Am I still in the illusion?
Wait.
Okay.
Side with Muzarog or leave and side with Owain.
Or do you want to wait in the morning and see what happens with the guards?
Oh, I could do that.
It makes me sick to my stomach to think of allying with Owain.
Yes. As much as I don't like what Half-Life's been doing to us and to the city, Lionel Wayne does not seem like the proper means to the end situation. So, yes, I'll stand by your decision, Dother. And whatever choices leads to that. So
what are you guys doing right now?
I probably will wait in the cell, Dother.
All right, I'm going to assume all of you are just going to wait till the morning then.
Yeah, because I wouldn't want to leave alone, and also, how would I leave? I'm a weak woman.
Okay.
That's like shoot an arrow.
Time passes, and morning dawns. As morning breaks, you hear the sound of several guards clanking down the hallway. With one guard in the lead, he looks. He takes his keys and he slowly unlocks the cells to each of you, and he says, "Gentlemen, because of your reputation with both the senator as well as the guards, you did service them. We've decided to not hold you here while the investigation is underway. Senator Muzrog has gladly volunteered to house you at his place until such time as the investigation is over. You will be required to stay there and in the basic area, of course. However, you won't have to stay in these accommodations." And the guards stand behind you as you exit the cells and slowly escort you out of the dungeon area. Except for Wes, he's securely locked away.
God, sir, if I might ask, would it all be possible for me to visit the Church of Palor to pay proper respects?
There is a church in the district Buzarog lives in. You can visit there.
Fantastic.
And with that, they escort you to Muzarog's... well, they escort you out and...
in our skivvy still.
They escort you out of the dungeon. They give you your basic equipment, but not your magic equipment. Not in the moment. And they say you're allowed to feel free to defend yourselves, of course, should something happen, but I would not use those in aggression right now.
Quite. All
We're
right.
still investigating your magical equipment. We're not quite sure what purpose they serve, despite what you may or may not say. Once the investigation's over, they will be relinquished to you.
Oh,
Assuming
thank
they're
you.
not, completely and utterly devastating. And with that, an escort is set up with you, and they escort you back to Muzarog's house, where he's sitting there waiting for you in his study.
Okay.
Hello, dear.
Gentlemen, it is good to see you. It is good to see you out of that dank, dark place. I assume you didn't have too bad of a night.
Well, it was an interesting evening, to say the least. Hopefully
I hate
yours was...
illusionists. That is all.
Yes. So,
Illusionists. Well, tell me, please, you have to explain to me, what is all this business with Hawklight?
who wants to take their turn to explain it? Anyone?
I mean, I understand. I get the basic gist of it, that he was impersonating the head of the guard, but what transpired that you needed to knock him unconscious?
Again,
Well, he attacked us first to begin
He
with.
attacked us for recognizing him.
I see. And this business with Hawklight, do you assume he intended to assassinate someone, or
I think that he intended to silence us because of what we knew.
what did you know?
That he was impersonating the captain of the guards.
And that he was carrying out a few other more heinous unlawful acts.
You say impersonating the captain of the guards. You realize...
Well, I don't think that was actually counted among his crimes. It was more a matter of impersonating another person who could not be held accountable for such tasks as he was attempting to carry out.
You think he wasn't the captain of the guards, then?
No, I know that he was the captain of the guards, and everybody else is kind of misspeaking that part.
Fair enough. Although he
Right.
was using another person's name, I guess.
Exactly.
There you
Yeah.
go.
To say the least, he
Tell me, what
was.
other deeds was he doing behind our backs?
Another? Do you want to?
It hurts my head.
It hurts all
So,
our head.
are you guys just going to explain to him, or are you going to try to hold information
Or-
back? Is basically what I'm asking.
Do you guys just want to give the whole story as far as we know it?
Don't give details, just say he was trying to muscle in on a plan of, Owain's.
Is that what you're going to tell him?
Using his connections in the city to facilitate it.
Okay, so that's what you're going to tell him?
Yeah, I won't give him full details of, not the exact plan, but just enough to, I'd say that.
It's clear that he's working in conjunction with.
Although he's working against Owain, he's basically trying to follow his plan, just profit from it himself, so no good can come of it.
Okay, so the senator sits down and contemplates this for a little bit, and he thinks. Then that must mean you too worked with Owain.
Not in the least.
Not in the least.
No.
He is an
we were
undead
sent-
abomination. His
we were
very
sent-
existence is offensive to my beliefs.
We were sent by Hawk.
Owain attempted to employ us to carry out a task because he is opposed to Hawklight. We told him that we would carry out the task, but quite frankly, working with such a creature makes my skin crawl.
So then you're not aligned with Owain.
Hardly
course not.
so.
We were sent by Hawklight to Owain's hold.
Each of the two have been trying to use us as a tool to attack the other.
Yes, and both of them work against the interests of Wyrmwick, against the safety of it and its people. And
Then you ally yourself with the city.
well, needless to say, I would say I only ally with the city, insofar as to say that I'm aligning myself to prevent the largest number of people from being forced into.
We are allied with the side of good.
I applaud that. I applaud that, gentlemen. I applaud that. Tell me, what do you think your chances are of surviving a tribunal here?
Not very good.
I don't think it's very good either, unfortunately, given what Hawklight's real identity was. That was not a pleasant bit of information to find out.
We don't know. What has become of Hawklight? Has he been released, or is he under suspicion? Or
The man you call Hawklight is actually a man called Lairfield. He is, in fact, the captain of the guard. Hawklight is a pseudonym he claims to have taken on in an undercover operation to try and bring down Owain, which you guys happened to screw up. However, I don't think that's your fault. In fact, I don't think he was ever purposefully working for the city. I think he was working for himself. At least that's my theory.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you share that theory, but I do think maybe greed got the best of him, and hopefully all of this will come out in the tribunal, but I don't like any of our chances, so to say, against this tribunal. Myself being caught with, what, a corpse in bed without a head, and you being caught trying to take out the leader of the guard and his assistant.
in self-defense.
Self-defense or not, we were the only witnesses. Gentlemen, I don't like our chances at all.
So you are proposing that we ally with each other?
I am proposing that we ally with each other.
And what should we do if we agree to this? What should we be doing afterwards to deal with this tribunal in and of itself?
I think the tribunal will have to wait. I think what we need to do is eliminate the threat that Owain poses to Wyrmwick, and prove to them that we are in fact loyal to this city.
I see. This is quite a large task. When we went to the hold, we noticed just how large of a scale the operation was, and just how powerful Owain's influence was in the area.
Well, perhaps we don't need to kill the entire Owain operation, as it were, outright, at least at first, but maybe slow it down. You're not opposed to visiting his hold again in a military action, are you?
Eli, what do you feel about that?
Wait, you mean as in attacking him, or going
Not him
undercover,
directly,
or...
but maybe something more subtle.
You
Perhaps.
An outpost
Do you mean
of some
going
sort?
undercover?
No, I do not mean going undercover. The last time you gentlemen went undercover, you ended up working for Owain, which sounded very strange. I'm not quite sure how that happened.
Neither am I.
We wanted to speak to the top of the operation, and
No, but what I am saying is perhaps you could take out maybe a couple of his ports
I
of
see.
operation. I wouldn't have you attack his hold directly, of course. Maybe his overseas ports where he traffics some of his goods. You can at least then slow down his operations and
If you
at
can
least
arrange
build
for
some goodwill towards the
leaving
city.
What?
If you can organise us to be able to leave the city, currently we're restricted to your holdings.
I can work something out, though it is a little risky.
I think that we're going to have to take some sort of risk in order to get out of this situation, so...
Okay. I'm willing to help you out get out of the city. We can discuss details later, of course. You must be tired and hungry as well. Please help yourself to my kitchen staff, and your rooms are upstairs.
That's very hospitable of you. I thank you.
He nods, and then he walks away slowly. He leaves the house from the front door.
Oh boy. Well, I think this is a better result than some of us were hoping for.
I feel as if we are promising too much to too many people.
True. However, at this point, I think our main promises are twofold. We have two main promises. The one that we have no intention on really